Hello, hello. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. I guys doing chat. We are going to be finishing up the enhancements for the capes, hopefully, so I can make a video on the capes. I've been wanting to make a video for like a week, but haven't finished the farm yet because farming sucks. Ugh. Same server as always. 36 people. There might be more people watching a stream at one point than there is on the server. Interesting. Dead server. That's good though. Less people on the server, less lag for us. Alright. If you want to put a positive spin on that. Anyway. Alright, go VHL. Sure I got the right. Should get some tunes going. Yeah, so I woke up today and I was like, hey, I want to do some farming. I don't know why. Sometimes I just feel like it. So we'll do it. I need. What do I want to listen to? Do I have suggestions for like? Oh, let's do. Yeah, let's get some Oblivion. Oblivion's got a banger one. Eat a hot pocket cold? Is it considered a cold pocket? No. I feel like I'd vomit if I ate a hot pocket cold. Would not recommend that. This music is also very loud. It is so nice having a manual audio interface. If you guys ever have extra cash and you want to upgrade your setup in some way, get like a manual audio interface where you can put in like different channels. Oh my god, it's so nice to just be able to like go over and touch a physical slider and just slide down volume on Chrome, or slide up the volume in a game. Like there's so many times I'm playing a game and I'm just like, I don't want to hear the sounds of this game I'm playing. Hey, just click a button on my desk and it's just muted. Like on the settings or anything. So nice. Anyways, I want to get different armor on. I've been wearing this armor for like a week. It's getting stinky. Need some else. Maybe I should look at my bank. I bet you there's some cool shit in my bank that I just like. Do we want to go digging in my bank? I don't really want to go digging in my bank. There's probably some neat armors in there. Tracksuit? Yeah. Let's change the CC on it a little bit. Let's get the farming. Maybe change the Goomba hair. Perfect. We're farming, so we got a straw hat on. That username actually looks sick. Is that a name change? I don't recognize. It's weird seeing a player name I don't recognize these days in my house. It used to happen all the time, but these days, I feel like I recognize most people when I'm streaming. That looks so odd, man. Buffagura. Alright, what are we doing? Forge. Let's go get the quest. Was that Hancock there, or is someone using his outfit? Oh yeah, someone using his outfit. Alright. Alright, so we got 12 out of 75 last time, so we're close to finishing this up. Once we finish this up, I want to do some testing on stream. Hey, what's up, Camera Grits? Cool thumbnail, man. Saw your thumbnail for the video you uploaded recently. Nice color work on that one. Desaturation. I usually oversaturate my thumbnails. I saw you were desaturating it. It's a cool way to go about it. Anyway, where do we go for this? We gotta go somewhere, huh? It's 7 circles. Okay. Oh yeah, there was a new surfboard added yesterday that I didn't get, right? Like a Drakith one. That's rare. Yeah, we should when we're done this, we should do some farming for the other stuff, like the weekly drops. I haven't got a weekly drop in like 3 weeks, and I'll probably start missing out on stuff soon, so like stuff might go rare. So I should get on that. So do I have poly? I die. Yeah, I do. Okay. Cookie. Hancock has classic alpha pirate. Oh, okay, yeah, that isn't Hancock's outfit. Never mind. It looks pretty similar though. I like how you know that too. I like how that's just a known. Like that guy has actually an iconic outfit. People, I respect people that have stuck to one outfit for that long. I know. What's his name on stream does it too with the clown. That really ugly. Oh wait, I'd have to kill that one 3 times. I don't know why I think it's once. The ugly. What's the armor called? There's a bunch of different versions of it. The Dage armor. Most of them are rare. It gets recolored all the time. Wait, I need a quest for this, don't I? Man, I hate quest stacking. Wait, how do I get the shit from this guy? Why am I blanking on this? It doesn't just give you the indulgence. Why do I not know? I feel like I was just doing this like yesterday. Why? Is there a quest at the start or something? I swear there's no. This guy give you a quest. Oh yeah, indulgence. Right. Wasting time already. We just started. Need 3 more days to get Lord of Order. Man, I'm gonna have to get Lord of Order. Like, do the farming quest, right? I saw Furrow doing that on Twitter. Furrow's like one of the only base people on Twitter. He's like tweet out about how dumb all the farming shit is. I like that he does that. Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy, being the only one that thinks some of the farming stuff in this game is just ridiculous. Don't see near enough. I saw someone post on Reddit the other day. They're like, alright, I think like last night. They're like, on the AQ Reddit. They're like, yo, this game sucks. You either have to buy shit or farm. I'm like, what? What do you expect? Huh? Like, no shit. Like, I expect an amount of farming to be done. But sometimes they go a little bonkers with it. Just a little tad crazy. Doing this without support. 1 HP. Damn it, we almost had him. For in-game players, there's not much to do except farming. That's why they make it hard. That is a dog shit take. is a awful take. There's too much to do, so they make it hard. So you artificially inflate your content. Chat, I need helpers. Any helpers? Help. Is my helmet enhanced? It's probably not. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Might be a reason why I'm dying to that guy. Missing a fourth of my enhancements. Should be able to solo him now. And if I didn't have the damage cape, I wouldn't need the enhancement. Oh yeah, way better. Not even close, baby. Ultra Gravelin. I'd farm Ultra Gravelin if they dropped the cool armor. Plus, Gravelin's like weak as shit, right? Compared to other NPCs. I've never seen Gravelin fighting in this game. She has to be weak as shit. There's no way her character is strong. Absolutely no shot. Every time she's in a release, she's doing nothing. She's like standing there. Absolutely nothing. Yo, so fast. Hey, have you played more EFT since then? You talking about that on a stream a week or two ago. Just kind of thinking about getting into the wipe. I know I'm late, but kind of think about getting into it because there ain't shit else to play. I went back and like installed Cold War, played a bit of zombies. Cold War zombies is it's all right. It's all right. Those new maps kind of suck though. I feel like the base map they made for Cold War was good, and the fire base one was good, but the other one they made was pretty I don't know. Maybe I just don't like dark maps. Nighttime maps, kind of weird. Oh, you have not? Yeah, I was watching some EFT gameplay today. And I was like, damn, I kind of want to play. Kind of want to play. But it sucks playing EFT alone, to be honest. So it's like a game where like you need at least like one other body with you, one other person. BO3 Zombies solos. Haven't played anything after that. Oh, you haven't even checked out Cold War Zombies? Cold War Zombies was pretty good. It had like progression and shit. Camo grind was alright. I'm gonna kind of miss it for Modern Warfare, the game coming out. No zombies in that. Got me kind of excited for next Treyarch COD. What's my armor called? It's a seasonal armor. It actually should be out semi soon, right? I think it comes out in the fall sometime. Enchanted tracksuit. It's a cost ACs, but it's fully color custom. It is also kind of cursed because it's an Adidas tracksuit with a Nike shoe, so kind of cursed. Not gonna lie. Would not pass a drip check. All right. Anyway, what do I do? Change my class to mom. Is our mom? Is this room? I'm playing a lot of Black Hawk Rescue Mission 5 on Roblox. Is that an FPS game on Roblox? Is that a new one? Gotta check it out. I feel like I'm kind of over Phantom Forces. I put a dumb amount of time into Phantom Forces, and I feel like I'm kind of over it. OG Black Ops will always be the best. Like Black Ops 1 Zombies, World at War. I feel like World at War was too... I feel like, okay, my take on zombies is World at War was too... Or no, like if you're talking like base maps, right? I did not have the DLC for World at War. So I think the DLC for World at War really made the zombies a lot better because I played it. But like starting map for World at War, kind of shitty. That map's like iconic and shit, but playing on that map, it's like hard to get past round 40 on that map for me. Black Ops 1, Kino, that map is sick. Like there was so much more to do on that map. And with a PAP and everything, a lot better. And then Black Ops 2, whoever decided transit was the thing that they should do. I saw the data mine shit or whatever, like what do you call it? The cutting room, like the cut content for transit in Black Ops 2. If transit in Black Ops 2 had all the cut content that they were that they wanted to do for it, that would be insane. I kind of wish they'd go back and they for like the next Treyarch game, they try transit again or like something like it, right? Like but like not with like the fog and shit. Like transit, but the bus is like like maybe there isn't even a bus, but like just like a massive open world zombies experience, kind of like Outbreak, but Outbreak's kind of maybe that was what Outbreak was. I don't know, but like they could do a better job than Outbreak. Outbreak was kind of ass. I kind of wish there was something like that again, but like way better, because you could do it way better now. What was the base map for Black Ops 2? That wasn't transit. Why can't I think of it? Wasn't there a base like round base map for? Was it just like transit like cut up? It was, wasn't it? For base Black, that was kind of shit content, to be honest. I did not like those, like, yeah, you had that one map with like the fire on the floor for Black Ops 2. That was awful. That map was awful, having to like hop over fire and shit. I don't like the look of it either, visually. And then I didn't play Black Ops 3 or 4, so and I hear those were really good zombies games, and I guess I kind of missed out on those. I see gameplay, and I know the lore for those games, but I haven't played them. Yeah, that was so lazy for Black Ops 2 that to transit cut in the sections. Looking back on it. But later on, the DLC for Black Ops 2, they had actual maps. But hey, good morning, June. Scarlet Sorceress is better than Blazebinder? Hell no, Blazebinder is way better than Scarlet for farming. Blazebinder attacks faster. Scarlet's like a old man with a walker, man, compared to Blazebinder. BO3 has 90% of the best maps remastered and brought forward with yeah, I know, yeah, they did remasters and stuff, then like they improved the old maps and shit for, but yeah. I should probably get that for PC and try it out. But fucking I wish COD games went on sale for like $10 with all the DLC, right? Like an old Call of Duty game, $10 with every DLC, like especially an old zombies game, like an old Treyarch game, that'd be worth $10. I don't want to spend like $25, $30, $40 on an old on sale for an old Call of Duty game. That's way too much, man. Because those games don't even come with like multiplayer or anything these days. I mean, they do, but not a playable version of it. Am I stuttering? Last sale was 20 for all zombies maps. That's still too much. That is still too much. Like 20 bucks for a game that old. I don't know. Although I feel like I'm kind of spoiled these days for games, right? Like I feel like I get a shit ton of games for free now for some reason. So it would feel like that these days. Like I just picked up like every Mass Effect game and Need for Speed Heat for free on Twitch Prime or whatever. Like I feel like I get games for free all the fucking time now on PC. I feel like Steam's giving away a game all the time. Epic Games gives away a new game every week. I feel like the cost of like a game now is free. like this shit's all free now, man. Yeah, Xbox Game Pass like like $1 for every 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. Like I feel like I feel like gaming's like super cheap now for a lot of stuff. Like I wish when I was younger that these kind of deals were to be had, right? But I had so much I had like a lack of games to play when I was younger. I had to really be strategic with what I was buying, right? And now that I can buy games, it's just like I'm just being given them for free all left and right. Yeah, Game Pass would have slapped so fucking hard when I was younger, right? That would have been so good. Can we shoot super cheap if you wait? Oh yeah, when I was younger, I was like buying like yeah, like used games. It was fun. Like you were hustling. I was hustling to get games. I was oh my god, here min maxing, like trying to like work whatever I could to like just like squeeze out a game. Like you'd be trying to like trade in like 6 like dog shit games. I remember, yo, this might still be this probably isn't a play anymore because of the internet and shit, but back in the day, I had a game store, like a local mom and pop shop that would buy games for me, right? Like not GameStop, but you could walk in and be like, hey, I got this shit I want to trade in for like store credit, and they would be like, yeah, sure, put it on the counter, we'll add it up and give you credit for it. A cool place. I think it might still be open. I don't know, I don't live there anymore, but anyway, if you have a local game shop, you should go there. They're sick. Anyway, so what I would do though when I was younger is I would go to thrift shops and look at their video games, and then I would buy the shit from the thrift shop, because they always had like old games at thrift shops, right? Like old like NES, like PlayStation 1, shit like that. You would like what games are good, right? Because you know you play games, so you buy the good games from there that were like a few dollars per game, and you go and trade them in, and they give you buy them for like $1 at the thrift shop, and the game store would give you like $5. So you would you'd spend like 20 bucks at a thrift shop, and you go to the game store and you'd have like 60 bucks worth of credit to buy a game. I did that shit so many times. Like they knew I was coming in with shit. They see me coming, they knew I was coming in to trade in some shit. Yeah, dude, a Counter-Strike trade up contract. Hell yeah, I did that shit quite a few times. One time I found a fucking Pokemon Game Boy Color. It was like a limited edition red Pokemon Game Boy Color. I bought that shit for 10 bucks at thrift shop. I walked into the thing, they're like, hey, we'll give you 80 bucks for it. I'm like, what the fuck? I made fucking $70 profit from like walking from one store to another. Like that shit was crazy. Man, I need to go to the local game shop where I live. Last time I went in there, like everything was like dumb expensive. I feel like the internet like absolutely ruined like like getting a good deal at like a local gaming shop, like used games. Like absolutely ruined it. Like you want to play like Donkey Kong 64 now, it's like $300 or some shit. So dumb. You want to buy like a Game Boy Pokemon? It's like fucking GBA Pokemon, like the like the art on the cartridge is like all like torn off. It looked like it had been in the washing machine, and it's like fucking $150 at a game store now. It's so awful. Finding that guy without void was not the play. Absolutely not the play. Yard sales or gold mine. Yeah, okay, yard sales are probably the way to do that now, right? Yeah, I went to a thrift shop recently to like look at shit, right? Like sometimes they got cool shit in there. Just like look around. And all the games they had were like crazy. Like they were like looking them up on eBay or some shit to like price them out there at the thrift shop. I'm like, god damn. Y'all get these for free and you resell them for like the price on eBay? Come on now. They were not good. Back in my day, you get fucking $80 Game Boy for $10. I found a 360 for 30. Damn. All right, all right. We get a 360 laying around here. Ain't nobody ever gonna use that junk. We should probably sell it. The only game I have for the 360, well, no, actually, no. We got some COD games and shit, but we got like Red Dead, because Red Dead is not on PC. Thrift shops do the same for the price of clothes? Really? That's shitty. You know, serious with Korey gets a VHL. Yeah. You don't want to see me when I quit VHL. Alright. Alright, we could turn it. I keep forgetting I could turn a quest in combat. You ever play Wizard 101? It looks cool. Actually, no, I never got into Wizard 101. Those same devs made a game called Pirates 101, right? I wish I played that. I love me some pirate games. I feel like a pirate MMO would actually be pretty sick. I talk about this a lot on the stream, but man, I want a good pirate game. People always say like, oh, go play Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That shit don't count. Black Flag does not count. It's a pirate game, but it's just got all the Assassin's Creed bullshit mixed in with it, and that's not a good combination, in my opinion. I have it installed on my PC right now. I try to play it, and I just cannot get into Black Flag. All the assassin junk in that game ruins the pirate parts. Wasn't running one was fire. You had a paywall 5 hours in. Yeah, that's what happens with a lot of free-to-play games. I remember being like installing free-to-play games when I was younger, and just like you start playing them, and then like you get like a couple hours in, and it's like, oh, you need money that you don't have to play. It's like, oh shit. Like they just like time gauge you, or like I don't know. I feel like game devs are way smarter now. Like all these free-to-play games, they just let you play for like they actually let you play the game, and then it's like, hey, you want to buy a fucking pink skin? It's like, yeah, sure. Like I feel like that's way better now. All these games are a lot smarter, cause like those free-to-play games back in the day that had like those paywalls, if they didn't have the paywalls and you keep playing them, right, then eventually a kid gets some cash, right? Like he has a birthday or some shit, and then eventually he gets some cash, and then he spends it on that game that he's playing all the time when he does get the money, right? But if you put up the paywall like right away, and there's nothing you can do to play it, and if you stop playing, if you lose that the player, right? Hey, it's no money at all. You scammed yourself, game dev. Like I feel like those game devs were actually kind of brain dead back then. They're a lot smarter now. Weaseling money out of people, they're a lot better at it. Back then, yeah, like 10, 15 years ago, there was a different the gaming industry, especially like free-to-play games, were way different like 10 years ago. Way different. Like now you have so many good free-to-play shit. Like there's so much good free content if you want to play a free video game now compared to how it used to be. I mean, there's still a lot of trash free-to-play stuff. There is still a lot of garbage, mostly on mobile, but there's a lot of garbage you can definitely play these days. You know what I'm sad about though? That used to happen but doesn't happen anymore? Like nobody's making like people have like stopped making Call of Duty clones. They've stopped making like well then Valorant I guess, but like Counter-Strike clones. And like those used to be popping up like a dime a dozen. There's so many free to play like clones of these games that were popping up that were fun to play, and they're just not popping up anymore. Like FPS games, like free to play FPS games, they're just not happening. I feel like the BR genre kind of like ruined like map based, like TDM based like games, and I'm really sad about that. That aren't like Call of Duty. Like in even Call of Duty kind of like they care more about the battle royale than they do about the TDM shit. I cannot use this class with the cape enhancement it would seem. I'm dying to limbo guards. This is embarrassing. The enhancement on this class does not fucking work. That cape enhancement that drops your shit by 25%. Need some heals, man. I have no clue what you're saying about the Arcana construct being the AQ version of whatever the hell that is. You're speaking a different language, my guy. I get the Arcana part, but the second part of that, the whatever that word is, I'm not gonna try. Yeah, I got no clue, man. If you want to explain it, I'd be I might know. Oh, from Destiny? I don't play that trash. Destiny is god awful. I've tried to get into Destiny. Hell no. Hell no. That shit is garbage. The gunplay looks really good in Destiny when you watch a video of it, but when you actually play that junk, it's awful. Destiny's a fake free-to-play game? Oh yeah, Destiny is not a free-to-play game. And like you can't even go and play old content for Destiny if you want to install it now. Like you're just completely lost. You're like that fucking like that Travolta gif, right? You're like, whoa, what's going on here? You're like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what did the Destiny devs expect you to do? Like, go on YouTube and watch like a 3-hour like explanation to what the fuck's happening before you install the game? Like, those devs are honestly absolutely brain dead. I don't get how they're definitely like bleeding play, like they're I don't know how they're maintaining like, or like not like, I don't get how they're like if they're gaining players on that game. I don't know how they're doing it. That shit is weird. The cape reduces so much, is it worth farming? Oh yeah, of course. It's an OP weapon from Destiny. Oh, Galahorn or whatever. Oh, do you think Alvarez is like that? No, it's not OP. The new enhancements they added are not overpowered. They scale your power up a bit, but they're not. These are very tame. It would be fun if they added some overpowered shit to this game, man. Being overpowered is fun as fucking games. I wish I wish it could be overpowered, but now that it's all balanced and shit. Finding like busted combinations to make your shit overpowered in games is so fun. That's one thing that's really fun about playing like single player RPGs, right? Because they don't let you do it in like online MMOs a lot and stuff like, oh, we're gonna be balanced. Like, but in single player RPGs, like they just let you go like hog wild, right? Like you find like a certain like sword that will go with a certain like thing, like your character starts doing like a million fucking damage out of nowhere. That shit's fun. Borderlands has that, like Borderlands 2 has a lot of stuff like that where like you get a certain shield with a certain gun and a certain class mod, and all of a sudden you're just doing like crazy amounts of damage. Really enjoy that. Wish more games had it. Skyrim Stealth Archer, yeah, stuff like that. Skyrim Stealth Archer, if you're utilizing the potions. There's a potion in Skyrim that makes your archery do more damage. If you use spec into alchemy, you can actually just like one shot. It's very easy to be overpowered in Skyrim. It's like actually stupid easy to be overpowered in Skyrim. Like 5 hours into a Skyrim playthrough and you can be one-shotting everything with a bow. With no exceptions, like Alduin, he's dead in one bolt. One arrow's got him dead. What's my favorite Borderlands game? 2. If you don't say 2, you're just wrong. 2 is lightning in a bottle that Gearbox will never replicate for Borderlands. Borderlands 3 was god awful compared to compared to 2. If Borderlands 3 did not have the characters from, okay, so imagine Borderlands 3 without the characters from Borderlands 2. What do you have? You have it would be a that yeah, anyway, I don't even have to explain it. It's self-explanatory how much of a dumpster fire that would be. Anyway, we don't need Borderlands talked about enough, and it makes me upset. It makes me upset to think about how bad they dropped the ball since Borderlands 2. Well, with the exception of Tales was actually good. What am I doing right now? Tales was good, but there's no gameplay in Tales. Like, you're basically just watching, like, it's like watching a TV show playing Tales from Borderlands. But yeah, still good. Never played a Fallout game? If you want to play Fallout, I would recommend doing Fallout 3, then New Vegas, then 4. In that order. Do not start with 4. And then after you're done 4, maybe 76, you get a good deal on it. But 76 is optional. And if you like a turn-based or not turn-based, what do you call it? Isometric RPGs, the 1 and 2 are great. But they're very old, and they don't run very well on modern computers. So, same with Fallout 3. Fallout 3, like every Fallout game, you're going to need to install some mods if you play on PC. So, but the mods are really easy, and there's lots of guides, and you basically only need like 1 or 2 mods to get them running. I don't know, right? I play Bioshock? I have not. I need to. I hear mixed things about some Bioshock. Have you ever seen a Bioshock Infinite speedrun? Woohoo! That shit looks wild. Like the game has like no textures or like flying through the air. Bioshock Infinite speedruns are crazy. But no, it's like the only Bioshock gameplay I've ever seen is Bioshock Infinite speedruns. I need to check out Bioshock though. Wonderlands definitely number 2 for Borderlands. Yeah, I'd agree. I'd actually agree. Yeah, I'd say Borderlands. It goes Borderlands 2, and then Wonderlands, then uh Tales, then pre-sequel 1 and 3 are hard because I don't like. I think Borderlands 1's like too old, gameplay wise, and the way like the like level scaling shit in that game is awful. But I think it has more merit as a game than, even though I don't like it, than like than the pre-sequel. I don't know. I think pre-sequel is more playable than Borderlands 1, to be honest. So maybe I'd rank pre-sequel above 1. I don't know. But do you put 3 before pre-sequel? I think I might like pre-sequel more than 3. 3 is... I went and replayed 3 before Wonderlands came out. God, that story is bad. It did not age like wine, that's for sure. It aged like milk. But the pre-sequel story was not good either. But I think I liked it more than 3. At least it was shorter. At least it didn't take like fucking 18 hours or some bullshit to get through. That's rough. I don't know. I don't know 3 or pre-sequel what I would order them at. Maybe I put 3 above pre. I don't know. I don't know. That's tough. They still make NBA games? Last time I saw anything from an NBA game, it was like a slot machine they had in it. Like an actual slot machine. Like you'd play like a round of basketball, and then at the end of the round, like you had an actual like one-arm bandit, like an actual like pole, and like it was like spinning like slots, and you would get like a pair of shorts or something from it. Very I imagine that's how the new Skate game's gonna be. I saw that they data mined that there's loot boxes in the new Skate game. You see that? Apparently they're not purchasable, but it's alpha, right? So of course they're not purchasable yet. EA loves to say that they don't put loot boxes in their shit, but their most popular game right now has loot boxes in it, Apex. Like, they love to be like, oh yeah, we're not doing loot boxes, guys. Like, we changed, you know? Like, the industry doesn't do loot boxes anymore. We still got them in Apex Legends, and we're not going to change that, but, you know, we're not doing loot boxes anymore, guys. We just do other things that are like loot boxes, but we don't call them loot boxes. Please enjoy the surprise mechanics. They said no paid loot boxes. Yeah, I imagine it's going to be like Forza, right? Like Forza has the wheel spin shit. If they are as generous as Forza in the new Skate game, I will be like surprised Pikachu that like there is no shot they're going to be like that. Well, for one, Forza's a full-priced game, and the Skate game's gonna be free to play, so that's already an indication that it wouldn't be. But if they were half as generous as they are in Forza with like the wheel spins and shit, I'd be very surprised. It's gonna be super stingy. It is going to be beyond stingy to earn anything in Skate. That's just speculation, but I imagine getting like some new sneakers in the Skate game is gonna take you like fucking 10 hours of grinding for one pair of shoes or some shit. Like, it's gonna be like super stingy. I gotta ask, how do you feel about Dom and GOW3? Try not to spoil for others who don't know. Dom and GOW. What is GOW3? Oh, Gears of War? I never played Gears of War. I never played Gears of War. That game looks. Every time I saw gameplay of that, like my friend, like my best friends growing up, played it, and I watched them play it. Like I just sat on the couch, and watched them play it. I did not play Gears of War. Like they would play a split screen, and I would just sit there and watch and like like just like joke around with what they're doing, right? Like just like hang out and chill. But I never played it because that game looks like like the actual gameplay of that looks so bad. Like big old fat dudes like hug and cover. And that shit looks so awful. I hear the story, like the story is like all right for those games though. Like I like the actual story, like brothers in arms fighting the horde or whatever they're doing. But yeah, the actual gameplay of that is not my taste. Yeah, kind of like Forza wheel spins. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully hopefully they're good. I don't know. I could just see them selling them though. Like they say no paid loot boxes, but it's a wheel spin, not a loot box, right? Right? Not a loot box. It's just a wheel spin. We said no paid loot boxes. They didn't say anything about these wheel spin mechanics we got in the game. Come on now. I just don't trust EA at all. I absolutely like look at the last Battlefield game that came out. Like they thought that was a product that was ready to release. Like they thought, they looked at that game. They looked at Battlefield 2048, whatever I don't know number, whatever year that is in that title of that game, 2048 or some shit. They looked at that product and they're like, yeah, people will buy that, sure. Like I absolutely do not trust EA, not the slightest. The only reason EA is still around is because they have sports games. Like imagine if EA did not have sports games. Imagine if they didn't have the NBA and Madden license. Like imagine if they didn't have those licenses. If those licenses were available to anyone, to any dev that wanted to make a sports game, EA would be out of business. They would be out on the streets. They hold a monopoly on those licenses and they are banking on them hard. And they know that too because they bought like the Star Wars license to do the same thing with it, right? Like that's like EA's business model is just like anytime they actually have to like make a game that is like their own IP, like they fail time and time again. Last time they were good at that, Black Box Studios was still around. Or, you know, DICE of 10 years ago. Where all of the devs have left that were making the good DICE Battlefield games. They're all gone. Sad times. I wish we had old EA back. To be honest, Need for Speed Heat was not that bad. Thinking about it, like for the recent games, like Heat was alright. It was a little too arcadey, like a little bit. It was like the drifting and stuff was. I kind of wish they went a little bit more like Forza Horizon, a little. Like I think if a Need for Speed game had like the Forza Horizon game engine, but like street racing shit, whoo, sign me up for that. And like more customization than Forza has, because Forza has like some actual like terrible customization for like on a lot of their, like some cars in Forza will have like a dumb amount, and then you know another car will have like 2 things you can do to it. Like it's kind of odd. Best Need for Speed games since early PS3. I don't think there was any good Need for Speed games on PS3. That might be a hot take, but I did not enjoy any of the Need for Speed games that came out for that generation. I think last good generation for Need for Speed was PlayStation, like early 360. Well, okay, I guess early 360 and PS. I guess that is a generation. But like later in that like halfway through that generation, they were terrible. But like the first half of the 360 generation was like, that was the last good era for Need for Speed. And then Heat was alright. Not crazy good, but definitely like good for one playthrough. I haven't gone back. I got Heat for free, so maybe I should try it out again. I don't know. Heat, they need to add more variety of cars and fix the physics. I think Heat had an alright roster for the vehicles. Although I think I just used the I think I used the Sylvia for my whole I used the Sylvia for my whole playthrough. So I don't know. I'm not one to talk. They gave me a Nissan Sylvia as like a starting car, and I used that for the I used the S15 for the whole game. So I like that you can do that though. I like that they don't like make you upgrade your car, right? Like, hey, you want to use this car? Use it. You know? Or a bigger turbo on it, you know? I like that about it. Much more racing games will let you do that. Yeah, they had Most Wanted and Carbon on the 360, right? And after that, they fell off hard after Carbon. The games after Carbon, like Pro Street and all that junk, those were awful. I mean, they weren't awful, but they weren't that great. I wonder why they like stopped the street racing games. Like, it was like weird. Like, were they not like? I feel like Carbon sold well. Carbon sales. Oh, is there no information on how many sales they had? So like not info. Weren't they publicly traded back then? Makes me so proud, man. EA Canada made Need for Speed Carbon. Canadian video games. Man, I fucking miss Black Box so much. Anyway, it's like my whole childhood. Got the wiki article. Does it say the sales amount? I imagine they sold a good amount. I don't know why they must not have, because they deviated from it. I wanted to check out the Bioshock speedrun. The guy did all 3 games in under 4 hours. Crazy. Yeah, but I haven't seen footage of 1 and 2, but yeah, Bioshock speedruns are nuts. Underground 2 undisputed best. Underground 2 is good, yeah. I don't know if it's a I kind of like Most Wanted more, to be honest. I love all the like cheesy characters and like shit they did for the videos, like the cutscenes they had at Most Wanted. And I feel like the cars were better in most. Well, the modification was better in Underground for sure, but I feel like the driving felt better in Most Wanted than Underground 2. I saw. Hi, I'm Josie Mary, and I play Mia, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Make sure you do all your racing in the game. On the road. I still remember seeing that, like, when you load up, like, that was an unskippable thing every time you open the game. That's still ingrained in my head. Every time you'd open the game, like, as it was loading, like, they were telling you not to be racing in real life. Always wear your seatbelt, yeah. Still remember that shit. That is ingrained in my head. I'll be fucking like 80 years old, retirement home. That shit will pop in my head one day. be dying in a hospital. Hey, I'm me. Yeah, I'm Josie Weird. I play. That shit. That shit was great. Oh yeah, the police chases, like hitting this, ramming a cop car into like a fucking logging truck, going 150 miles an hour down the highway. Yeah, that shit was awesome. Imagine if they did that like now with like the like crumple physics and shit that they can do on vehicles. Like imagine if they made a Need for Speed Most Wanted now, like the same kind of game with all the shit they can do with game engines now. Like oh my god, that would be so good. Like just the police chase stuff. Like who cares about the racing or anything? Like just like the like if they had like a Rockport, like a 2022 Rockport with like all the like nice cars and shit you could drive around like in the cop chase with. Oh my god. But I guess Heat had police chases and they kind of sucked ass. The Need for Speed Heat ones, like they were terrible. Like the way they did like the heat system and stuff was like it was like a drift combo in Forza, but for like police wanted. That was bad. The police in the game were so stupid. Like once you got the higher heats in Need for Speed Heat, it was just like, what the hell's happening here? The AI was so weird in that game. The open world Need for Speed, the MMO one, that game was so fucking pay to win. It's no wonder it failed. That game was awful. Did you actually play it? I actually played that game when it was like a new thing. I remember being excited about it coming out and playing and like logging in to play it. That game was so, I've never seen a game more pay to win than that. Like you'd actually just pay money and get a faster car than everyone else. It was so stupid. I've never seen a game where blatantly, like just absolutely blatantly pay to win. Like you start the game, you go to the shop. If you had money, you could just immediately buy a faster car if you want to pay real money. Like immediately. At no point in that game was there ever an opportunity for it to not be pay to win. Like I'm pretty sure even at the highest level in that game, it was pay to win. Like if you're trying to be like a top tier player, it was still pay to win. Like it was, yeah. There's no. I still probably played it for way longer than I should have though. It's the best game you ever played? Fallout New Vegas. Hands down. Hands down. I learned something new about a quest in New Vegas the other day, which is hilarious because I thought I knew everything about the game because I play it so fucking much. But no, I learned something new about a quest the other day. It was that you can blow up President Kimball in that game by lodging C4 in a hat of one of the NCR guys that stands near him. I did not know you could plant C4 on a guy's hat in that game. Do I know if my commission set in the thumbnail will make it in the game? No, it probably won't. It probably won't. I think if it was going to be put to game when it got tweeted, it would have Elena would have responded to it and been like, "Hey, that looks cool. Let's talk about putting it in the game." There's probably a reason there's probably some reason why they don't want it in the game. I don't know. I don't know. I've only heard positive feedback on it. I've never seen someone that said they didn't like the outfit for male and female versions, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wish it would be. I like the outfit a lot. And I want that hat, man. I want that hairstyle. I want that hat so bad. We need more braids in this game. Need some more of those, man. Aren't enough. You ever play Burnout? Yeah, I played not the one on not Paradise, but the one before that on the PlayStation 2. Fun game. Although I don't think it was as I don't think the Burnout games were as replayable as like the Need for Speed of the same era. I enjoyed the Need for Speed more. But yeah, Burnout was fun. It was a fun ass game. Driver. Uh Driver. Those games were good. Not the 360 one, but you know, the older ones. Those are fun games. Hey, what's up, Fant? Yo, thanks for being a member for 10 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got some Skyrim jams. Or yeah. Can you use an item and donate on NSOD for quests that require NSOD? No, you need the farm version for that, Devin. If you item and donate NSOD, you only get the NSOD item and donate. You can't even dual wield it anymore with a 8-year account. It's really sad, to be honest. You can't do anything with an item and donate NSOD other than equip it. How about Mirror's Edge? Mirror's Edge is sick. I think that I love how unique Mirror's Edge is, right? Like if you look at Mirror's Edge, like you can look at a screenshot of Mirror's Edge and be like, that's Mirror's Edge. Like it's its own thing. It's super unique, and I love that about it. Although I think they flopped the second game. I don't know why, but what I think they should have done, and I'm not a game dev or whatever, but I think it was a bad move to use the same character and premise as the first game for the second game. I feel like Mirror's Edge, the sequel to Mirror's Edge, would have been successful if they had a brand new character and a brand new setting with a brand new story. I think trying to continue the story from the first game was a bad move for that. I didn't play the second game though. I've only seen footage of it. I have not played it. I already mentioned the boost weapons when transfer over to Unity. Where did you hear this? It was like a tweet from Captain Rhubarb. It was a staff, it was staff tweeting it. I don't remember exactly who. It might have been the class council or maybe Rhubarb or someone like that was tweeting on Twitter. If I could find the reply, I'd give it to you, but I do not remember what account tweeted it. And it was like maybe a year or two ago, so it'd be kind of hard to go back and find at this point, but you could if you dug for it. But yeah, I'm not saying that out of my ass. Like it was like I would not be. I'm very careful with how I word things and stuff like this. Like I used to talk out of my ass, out of my ass a lot for stuff. Is like when I'm speculating, I make it very clear I'm speculating, and when I'm telling something that came out of the that was typed out by staff on Twitter, I'm very like that staff members said this. So yeah, I will take that as fact until the staff member goes against what they said before, which they do all the time, right? Like a staff member can say they're not gonna add damage boost to the next game, and then we could have damage boost in the next game. Like it's like they can go back on what they say. Like game dev stuff, like it changes all the time, right? Like it's always changing. I don't blame them. But from what they said before, it's not transferring over. Yeah, they were very clear about it not transferring over. It was a very clear, it was no speculation or anything. It was a very clear, like, damage boosts are not, they're not going. It was a very clear statement they made. It wasn't like, it's not like me guessing based on like a hint or something. Like, no, it's like, it was a very clear statement they made. I would not be repeating it as much as I have if it wasn't. That is a, yeah. I'm very surprised. I'm very, very surprised they're transferring all the classes over. I am very surprised. Like, why am I still farming this guy? I need to move on. Time's a wasting. Very surprised. I'll say it again because I am very surprised. they're in for I I see why they delayed it another year. I see why we're not getting a playable version this year. I'd be surprised if we get it next year. If they have to transfer every class over, Jesus Christ. I mean, because you can't just take a Flash animation and throw it into Unity and it works in Unity game engine. It doesn't work like that. You have to take every class and you have to like redo every animation. Like you're basically they're basically committing to remaking the entire game. I just find that crazy that they're doing that. Like why are they committing to that? I don't understand. They're such a small studio. Like why aren't they just being like, "Hey, we're going to start again?" I don't get why they're not just I don't understand. I wish they would explain why they're doing it because I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I know what goes into working on Unity games and stuff. Like I fucked around with the engine. I do not understand why they're committing to it. It's just blowing me away. I'm sure in 2025 or 2030 or whenever they decide that whenever they're done porting 10,000 plus items and 100 plus different classes, sure we'll get to play the game. I'm excited for a smoother game. Yeah. I feel like we're so used to the game running as poorly as it does that it's gonna be like a complete. It's not even gonna feel like playing AQWorlds when you play it. Like it's gonna feel like complete. It's gonna be like saying it like it's gonna be an understatement to say it feels like a different game. Like it's gonna be like a completely different experience compared to what you think AQWorlds is. So June. Dig the fit. Oh, I've seen people wear like old like 08, 09 art. Especially the stuff that doesn't look that hot. I don't get why they don't just scrap the bottom like 10% of unused content items, classes, maps, etc. and don't move it over. Yeah, there's so much junk that nobody touches in this game. Like they've even said like on Twitter that there's a ton of items that 0 people have in their inventory. Like they've said that they've said that on Twitter that there's items that 0 people have. Not one person in the game has some items in this game. Like there's some items in this game that exist that nobody uses at all. Like yeah, I don't know why they don't. I think they're way over committing, in my opinion. I think they should start with a baseline. Be like, okay, we are porting over these like this set of like 10 classes and these like 2,500 items, and as time goes on we will continue to port the rest. If you have them on your original AQWorlds account, when they get ported, they will be available to you in the new game. They'll be added to your for free in the new game, and yeah, we'll slowly port them over time, but we're just gonna get like the base like most popular like 2,000 items, and then the like 10 most popular classes, and that's what we're gonna start with, or something like that. Like I don't know why they don't just do something like that, like something that's like actually like doable, you know? It seems like they're biting off like a big chunk. I don't know how they're gonna chew that up. Yellow jet. Why is my webcam not working? Yo, my Windows 11 PC, that is great. I love Microsoft Windows 11 software. I have it installed on my computer, and I definitely do not regret updating to Windows 11 from Microsoft on my computer. It is great software, and it never just restarts my computer randomly. It always works great and is just an amazing experience. I love Windows 11 software on my computer. It is great. I definitely do not regret updating off of Windows 10. I really enjoy the product. Just amazing, amazing software. Cannot speak more highly of it. And yeah, of course my webcam needs to be unplugged and replugged because Windows 11 software is great. Thanks, Bill Gates or Microsoft or the fixers. All right. Okay, we're talking about mobile. Not being able to handle stuff. Mobile will be able to handle AQ 2D just fine. Just fine. The 2D game. You play Fortnite on your phone. It's gonna handle AQ 2D just fine. It's gonna be A-okay. Rogers outage part 2. That was ridiculous, that Rogers outage. I went to a grocery store to pick up some food like that, and like the fucking store couldn't take a debit card because the fucking Rogers internet was down in Canada. Like, what the fuck? How is your store so incompetent that the only way you have to process payments is via the internet? Like, you don't have like telephone lines that, like, they used to do that over telephone lines, right? Like the internet, like credit cards shit. Why is the internet, like, why do you not have a backup for that? You ever gone to a store during a power outage? Like, we had a blackout, and there was a blackout in my city once, and I think it was what I was playing, like Black Ops 2. And I was like, well, I can't play Black Ops 2 because the power's out. So I'm like, might as well walk to the store and get some snacks. I'm like thinking like they have a generator or something, but no, they don't. Why is my fucking... Okay, every time my PC restarts, my taskbar will not auto-hide itself. It is the most annoying thing known to man. I have to go and reset the setting every single time I restart my PC, and it doesn't save. There's no option to save it. I love Windows 11. It's a great operating system. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's go walk to the store, pick up some snacks. Might as well. It can't be gaming right now, so might as well go do something. Go walk over to the store, and yeah, it's just dark in the store, and there's like a person standing at the door. They're like, yeah, come on in. They let you come in, and I had cash anyways. I still used cash at the time, way back in 2012. And just walking through like a dark store, like walk over to the shelf, pick up the items I want, walk to the register. It's like dark. There's like a guy like standing at the register, like a flashlight. I'm like checking out via flashlight, like pay the guy, like have the guy cash for the items. Like the thing doesn't work. It was a weird experience. I don't know why they were like letting people like check out and stuff. Or no, I think the registers work to some extent. Like they had like the screens turned off, but like they were still able to like scan or something. I don't know. What am I doing? Forge quests, Cape quests. For some reason, I thought they'd have like a backup generator or something, and it was just like work, but nope. 7 circles. Oh yeah, I went to a Walmart. I go to Walmart like maybe like 3 times a year. Because where I live, like, they have certain products that you can't get anywhere else. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. And they don't give you bags anymore. Is it like that where you guys live? Is that just the Canada thing? Like, I legit had to, like, I went there with like I had a basket full of shit, and I went to the thing and they had no bags. They're like, no, we don't have any bags. I'm like, what? I'm like, you can buy a, they're like, you can buy a fabric one for $2. I'm like, what? So I just carried my shit out of the store like that. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean you have no bags? It was like, yeah, we don't do bags anymore. I'm like, what do you mean you don't do? I said, what do you mean you don't do bags anymore? They're like, yeah, we don't. I'm like, huh? And the guy's like, yeah, sorry. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do, man? Just to walk around fucking Walmart with my own bags? So weird. Take a cart to your car? I didn't have a cart. I had like a basket. You know, I wasn't getting like a whole ass like pallet of shit. I was just getting like a few things. Like I said, like there's like specific items you can only get at Walmart. So I was just going there for like specific like snacks and shit you can only get there. Like no other store my whole city has. So it wasn't enough to care, but it was an armful of shit that were very annoying. And if I had a cart, I guess yeah, but I guess you could technically like just do a cart, fill up the cart, but that's still annoying. Like when you get home, right? Like you're gonna have to make like 300 trips to your car and back, like individual items. Very annoying. I don't know why Walmart's doing that, but I'm sure they'll come to a solution of some point. I think it's like a Canadian thing, like a new law they're doing with like plastic, where you're not allowed to like have like one-time use plastic. Oh yeah, I need to get the quest. Yeah. Sorry. When I stream, I think more about like what I should be talking about and less about what I'm doing in the game a lot of the time. Yeah, I think it's like a new, yeah, we use the bags we get from the store for like garbage and shit, like bathroom garbage, like a small garbage can. We use them for that in our house. We use those grocery bags for that. Like they get used at least twice. So I wouldn't call that a single-use product. That's at least a two-use product. But yeah, it's been weird with all the recycling shit they've been doing recently, like straws being made out of like bamboo and shit now. Weird times, man. Weird times. And apparently like you're not gonna be able to do like any kind of like I don't know how they're gonna do, like how is like McDonald's gonna sell like soda? Like I don't, if you can't use the single, like I guess that's paper, right? Their cups. Can you do like single use paper? Like can we start doing like paper bags in stores like they used to do? I haven't seen a paper bag in a store in a long time, but maybe they'll start doing paper bags in stores. Maybe I think it's just plastic products you can't use. You could probably still do paper. Hey, thanks for the buckaroo.
Kramal tipped $1. Hey Korey, have you ever collapsed from amount of alcohol you drank?
I've thrown up before. I've never collapsed. I have vomited from consuming too much alcohol. But not collapsing. No, that's a lot. That is a lot of drink you got in you if you're collapsing. That's like some like Leahy shit from Trailer Park Boys. On some Jim Leahy shit. I am the booze. I mean, I like tripped once or twice, but not like got off balance a bit. Time to get buff, man, so you carry your whole shopping cart. Yeah. My local Walmart gets bags, and originally random guys outside trying to sell you drugs. Oh yeah. There's this shopping center that's like kind of near my house. I know it's a little bit away, but I go to it kind of often. And there's always the same guy outside the shopping center, and he's always asking people if they want to buy weed. Always. He's always standing there. And weed's legal here, right? Like, you can just order it on the internet and get delivered straight to your house. Like, right now, I can go to like a website and just order as much. I don't know if as much as I want, but I can order a good amount of marijuana and get it like 2-day delivered to my residence. I can grow weed here, but there's always a guy that's just chilling outside this place, and he's always asking people as they walk by if they want to buy weed. He's like a vendor that just like stands outside. And where I live, people are probably happy he's there, to be honest. He's providing a good service to the community. But yeah, it's pretty common. I got so drunk. This guy took me for a ride in an ambulance. Never got their names. Yeah, I've never been pumped or anything like that. Hey, look at this guy. He's got Daddy. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. What is that sword? Wait, is that like a Kickstarter sword? Damn, this guy's flexing. I mean, I guess I'm wearing a 101 item on myself as well, so I'm not one to calling the kettle black, but this man's out here flexing. I reckon you're done with these guys. I would reckon the same thing. I am done with these guys. Should I not be saying that? Is that a racist term? The pot calling the kettle black? I never thought about that, but huh? I feel like I just repeat that without knowing the actual meaning behind it. Anyway. How is it racist? I don't know. Is there a meaning behind it? What's the meaning? Nah. Yeah, I don't think it would be, right? But what is the meaning behind it? It's like, it might be one of those old phrases where it's like, maybe it is. You get canceled for anything these days anyway, so I don't think it matters. They must both made out of cast iron. Is there something wrong with being like, what's, I don't know. It just means like they're the same, right? That's what it means. It just means that they're both made of the same shit. That's the only meaning it has, I imagine. It's not doubling up or anything. It's using to convey that the criticisms a person is aiming at someone else could be equally applied to themselves. Yeah. Well, I get that part, but I was just wondering if it had another meaning, right? Like, I get what it means, but you never know. You never know. Alright, let's put the last one. I want to change my hat. I love that Kataro like made all these hats and they're all doing like goofy faces and have like popsicles in their mouth and shit. Actually great. It was a dope hairstyle. Yeah. Alright, what were we talking about before? Bags? Talking about something else? Sidetrack. Anyone opinion on Yami? I'm farming for it right now. Nope. But the people that like Yami really like it. They really, really like that class. So maybe you'll find a new favorite class when you get it. Maybe it'll be your new favorite. Maybe you'll be a Yami stan, like some of these guys out here. I've never seen people so like they really root for that class. You enjoy Dragon of Time more? My perception of Dragon of Time is very tainted by initially farming it and then it being garbage when it first came out. I mean, it wasn't garbage, but like it not being the greatest thing when it first came out. I don't think I'll ever like Dragon of Time, just because of my initial impression of it. That's weird. That's weird. That's the weird thing though, is the way we perceive things is like your first impression matters so fucking much. For anything, like your first impression is huge. You don't really think about it that often too, but it is. Matters a lot. And even though Dragon Time has like really good DPS these days, like I have so much disdain towards that class that I just don't want to touch it. That and the fact that I cannot be bothered to switch my enhancements over to healer. None of my gears healer enhancement on it, so. Do I like Trailer Park Boys? Oh hell yeah. I love that show's like that might be in my top 5 for TV series ever. Trailer Park Boys is like really good. I love how like I love the style of comedy that they do for that show. It's very unique and it's, yeah, I don't know. There's something, it's got a cool like just like energy about the show that I really enjoy. If you've never seen Trailer Park Boys, check it out. I think Netflix owns it now. Like I think Netflix like bought the rights for it, so you could probably stream it there, or you know, just get it wherever you can download or stream it. RIP HBO. What do you mean RIP HBO? What happened to HBO? Thank you, Korey plus sub. You're welcome. Thank you me for it. There's so many good memes and shit from Trailer Park Boys too. Nothing? Nah, HBO is still insanely popular. What am I doing? Why am I typing? You ever just like type what your brain's thinking instead of what you actually need to be typing? I'm like, I need to change my class, so I type in class instead of void, or instead of master. Watch Final Space, and then it disappeared in the middle of me watching it. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't. Whenever I watch a show that isn't on Netflix, I just like I watch it on this website called Watch Series HD. It just has everything on it, so like I don't have to go looking around. The quality's like alright, so it's not a terrible quality. Would recommend. Or no, I mean you can pay for it if you want, but I don't want to pay for like 30 different streaming platforms. It's just annoying, to be honest. Because then you'll watch like one series on it, and then you forget to cancel it, and then you spent like fucking $50 on it because like it's like 10 months later, and like you haven't, just to watch like one TV show you want to watch on that one platform. It's so dumb. I make a point of it that like if I get a subscription, I usually like immediately like I'll buy it and then like immediately cancel it. A lot of the times if it's not something I want to keep, because I know I'm gonna forget about it. Hulu? I've never used Hulu. What's on it? What's on Hulu? I feel like you severely underestimated how long it takes to get 75 indulgence. No, I didn't severely. What do you mean? It's severely. I've farmed indulgence before. I have Head of the Legion Beast. I farmed this stuff before. I'm an experienced indulgence farmer. I know what I'm doing. I know this is gonna take a while. That's why I did a whole ass stream where it just says getting haste enhancement. We are gonna be here for some time. You can still use Wizard for Dragon of Time. Yeah, but it's not optimal. It's not optimal though, right? Isn't Healer optimal for DPS on Dragon of Time? Am I wrong? It was when it first came out. They might change. Did they change it so you can use Wizard now? Is Wizard optimal for Dragon of Time? Actually sounds kind of appealing if it is. That sounds kind of neat. I have to give it a shot. What do I think about the pronunciation of our dear articles about AQ2D in 2023 on Steam, and the main thing, the subtitles of the game in several countries? What do you mean the subtitles of the game in several countries? They are not translating the game. No shot. Wait, is there information about them translating the game to different languages? It'll be available in different regions on Steam, right? Because you have to like, but it's only going to be in English. I don't think I see people on Twitter and stuff, and I feel for them, right? Like I get it. Like I get like it sucks. Like I know like there's a lot of like content and stuff that's like only in Japanese that I can't understand, that I would like to understand, but like they cannot translate this game into different languages. There's so much dialogue added to this game every week. It would be dumb expensive to translate it. And even like one or two other languages, it would be stupid expensive to pay someone to be translating it every Friday. And it would probably it would delay the releases too. If you want a translated release, it would be like you get it like a week later. Like it would not be it just wouldn't work. Now you might argue that by translating the release you're also gaining revenue from that, but I don't think they can even front the initial investment for it, to be honest. Yeah, like there's massive, yeah, like what Frosty said in the chat, like there's massive games that are like super popular that don't get translated because it's a massive amount of work. Like translators are like, it's because like sometimes when you're translating shit, like it's not just like word for word, right? Like then you could just pop in and Google Translate and call it a day, right? Like translating is like an actual like legit, like you need to know like its interpretation. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like you gotta be up on your game to be doing that, and it's very time consuming. It's yeah, it's not the, yeah, Like it's not sustainable for a game that gets hundreds of new lines of dialogue every week. It's just not sustainable. Now, if you said like, hey, maybe if you want to translate like the 13 Lords of Chaos, then yeah, maybe they could do that. But then then you play through that, and then you couldn't do any of the new content if you can't understand like they might be able to do like chunks of the game, do that, but I don't know. To be honest, like if you're trying to play this and trying to like understand the quest and stuff, just like hold up your phone with like the translate app and play it like that or some shit. Like probably the best way to do it, because it's all just text anyway. It's not like there's any audio that needs to be translated, so it's fucking Google Translate it all. Maybe I could do that for the AQ2D. I'm still gonna call it AQ2D. Maybe they could do that because like install like a auto translation app into the game, like in the settings, because that would take CPU power to do translations. But it actually might be something that they could do, like do AI translation for the game. Maybe, because they definitely couldn't do that with Flash. This version of the game could definitely not do that, but on the Unity, maybe. Google Translate runs off the cloud. You know the cloud is just a server that like with a P, it's just a PC. It's just a PC running over like in a server farm, right? Like it's just the cloud isn't. When people say cloud, it's just you're just saying it's running off a server. Oh, you're saying it's remote and not local? Yeah, but you can do local. There's local like AI translation apps. Like I'm not saying use Google Translate. I'm saying like there's probably a software plugin for Unity that would allow for auto translation. I would imagine someone made a plugin like that you could run in the game, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's something that doesn't exist, but it doesn't take CPU power then, I mean. Well, if it's a local plugin, it would, right? But yeah, the solution, yeah, you're probably right. It probably would be a server-based solution and not local. Yeah, my hypothetical scenario is a local application. Yeah, it probably would be. Probably would be a server thing. I don't like the term cloud. I'm not a big fan of it, because it's like a buzzword for a server. It just doesn't, like, if you know the technical like stuff behind it, like cloud stuff, it just doesn't make any sense. Like for cloud gaming, you're literally playing on a PC that's just being live streamed to you. You're playing on a PC that's sitting in a server farm that is being live streamed to your house, the same way this stream that you're watching right now is being live streamed to your house. Like it's the same tech, but it's more complicated than that because of the controller input and that bullshit. But it's just there's a PC somewhere in a server farm that is it's running the game, and then it's being live streamed the same way this is to your house. That's game streaming. Calling it like cloud gaming is just a buzzword. The worst buzzword than 4K. Oh yeah, way worse than 4K. 4K, at least you know, like, oh yeah, that's the certain resolution. I don't remember the resolution for 4K. It's like, I don't know the number. I know 1440p is because I've never had a 4K monitor. Once I have like a 4K monitor, I remember it. It's 2560 by 1440 for 1440p. 4K is like 20. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, 3840 by 2160. Yeah. And they'll put 4K on things that aren't exactly 4K either, like 4K ultra wide. Like that's a different resolution then. It's more demanding to run a 4K ultra wide game than it is for a 4K 16 by 9 game. More pixels to render, but they're still both 4K technically. What are you wearing? 99% of 4K games are 1080p or 1440p upscaled. Oh yeah, on console, yeah, for sure. Have you ever looked at console gameplay, even for the current generation? It looks so bad. Like the resolution, the screen tearing, the fucking like smearing, the anti-aliasing popping in and out. It is a absolute fucking mess that they're dealing with there on the consoles. The gameplay looks so bad. Whenever I play a game, I just turn everything down and I turn anti-aliasing on. And I leave textures on. I turn every other post effects, everything else down, and just anti-aliasing and textures. That's all you need to make a game look good. But these console games, they have like all these fucking like lens flares and motion blur and fucking like particle effects and ray tracing and shit, and the game looks like a smeary fucking pixelated mess. I just like a clean game with good textures, good anti-aliasing, smooth frame rate. That's what I want. So I just turn everything else off. I don't want any lights flashing. I don't want any puddles looking like mirrors. I don't want any of that junk. Just give me clean textures, anti-aliasing, get rid of that fog, get rid of that smoke, get rid of the particle effects, the embers coming off a fire, get rid of all that junk. Make it look as clean as possible. Run it at native monitor resolution.
Good morning.
Good times. Hey, Vaz. Yo, thanks for being a member. Appreciate it. Can you explain the title, please? We are farming for a cape enhancement that gives us a haste buff to our character. Hey, Nave. Yo, thanks, man.
Became a member.
I don't think they're here, but if they're watching the VOD for whatever reason. Textures, draw distance, anti-aliasing, high FPS, all you need. Oh, I turn draw distance down. Whatever I go to whatever draw distance, it'll still render characters at. So like if the draw distance will stop rendering your character at a certain range, that's where the draw distance stops. Whatever range your character stops rendering, that's where my draw distance stops rendering. I do not care about the LOD of whatever mountains over there. Like hell no. I ain't using I'm not losing frames for that. If your character doesn't render, whatever else is there is also not rendering. You can show me a black void for all I care. I do that even for single player games. Like I was playing Cyberpunk recently, and I play Cyberpunk like low settings. Like the RTX 3080, I'm playing Cyberpunk at low settings, except for textures and anti-aliasing. And draw distance, because Cyberpunk draw distance is like draw distance on at least high, because if you don't, the cars look really funky. And the game still looks like drop dead gorgeous, even on low settings. it is hard to get a bad looking cyberpunk screenshot. What server? Severia, like always. I'm farming for Archfiend. Is it good? Yeah, Archfiend is very good. It's like a top tier meta class right now. For a multi-target, it's like top tier. Tippity top. You're only halfway up. Yeah. I was watching Doc play Escape from Tarkov the other day. It's fun watching people play that for the first time that haven't played it before, because it's such a in-depth game. I imagine people like that, like watching people play Dark Souls for the first time for the same reason, like watching like games that have like a crazy amount of depth to them. Like watching new players like exploring and discovering the systems in the game is really really interesting to me. Especially for a game like you put 1,000+ hours into. It's like seeing someone discover it for the first time is really really fun. Like, oh, what is this? Like, oh, you can do this, you can do that. And there's things in EFT, like you can show a player like an animation they've never seen after like 500 hours. Like there's still animations I haven't seen in EFT that I know I haven't seen yet that exist in the game. Like, you can probably look them up on YouTube, but that game has like animations for like, let's say your gun durability drops to a certain percent. It has like a special animation for like the gun like breaking and shit. Like there's like so many weird animations you'll never fucking see in that game. That game, they spent so much time animating stuff for that. I can't stand pop-in. I'm okay with pop-in, to be honest. If it's a competitive game. If it's a non-competitive game, I'll probably take the FPS tank. Like if I'm playing like Elder Scrolls, like sure. Like I'll play like old games I crank because I know my frame rate's gonna be fine no matter what. But if it's gonna affect my frame rate, like to the tune of it being like lower than like 140, then I'll be turning down until I can get solid 140. An old game, I'll crank it. It's whatever. Yeah, but draw distance is one of the last things I'll turn down though. What's my most played game? Black Ops 2. Followed by Fortnite, followed by Dirty Bomb, followed by Fallout 3 in New Vegas. I combined those two because it's the same. Fallout New Vegas is basically just a DLC for Fallout 3 that's just Fallout 3 but better, and they run on the same game engine, and I consider those two games like basically the one and the same. They're not, but I combined the playtime on both of those. And then I think Fallout 4 would be after that, after those two games combined. What would be next? Oh, Battlefield 4 is in there somewhere, but I don't know my actual playtime for Battlefield 4. Battlefield 3 and 4. I don't know my actual playtime because it was on console. It would be mixed in there somewhere. Probably it would be under Fallout. What else? There's probably a long list of Call of Duties under under Fallout 3 New Vegas. Like a long list of Call of Duties. Like just, you know, COD 4 through Black Ops 2 all had a dumb amount of hours. Black Ops 2 I played for like 3 years. I played a lot of Black Ops 2, so that's definitely my most played Call of Duty game. I have like 300 hours in Counter-Strike, so it's probably there, under there somewhere. I don't know. It's hard to remember every game, right? Like there's probably like AQWorlds. If there was actually a playtime counter for this game, it would probably be at the very top. Right up there with like Fortnite and Dirty Bomb. Forgot about PUBG. Yeah, like we played a stupid amount of PUBG and I kind of just forget about it. I don't know why. We spent so much time playing PUBG and I just forget about it. Probably because that game is so fucking jank. Like I had a very good time playing it, but that game is so fucking jank. But yeah, PUBG, I have a crazy amount of hours in PUBG. I have like what 600 plus on live servers and like another 100 hours. We played like 100 hours on test servers, Frosty. Isn't that crazy? On the fucking test server, we played like 100 plus hours. That was actually nuts. We went so hard on that. Oh, H1Z1's up there for sure. H1Z1. I played a dumb amount of H1Z1. You missed out. You missed out big time if you didn't play H1Z1. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Feel bad for people that did not get to experience that game. That was a very good times. I like H1Z1 more than PUBG. Looking back on it, like as a nostalgia thing, I think PUBG was a better game than H1Z1. But like nostalgia wise, like looking back on it, I think H1Z1 was so much fun. Yeah, we both have the same amount of time. We basically like played we basically like co-opted PUBG. It was basically a co-op game we played together. Man, we gotta play some shit again one of these days. I don't know why we haven't played something in so long. We should play some EFT or some shit. I'd be down to play today if you're not doing anything, to be honest. Like I would be down. What else do I have a lot of time in? Trying to think. Oh, there's a game called Mission Against Terror. It's a it was a Counter-Strike 1.6 clone from Malaysia that I played the ever-loving dog shit out of growing up. Like I probably played that game for like 3 years. It's how I like learned like PC FPS aim. Like it's how I got like it's how I got average at PC FPS games, was playing that, playing a 1.6 clone. I think I have like 500 hours in that. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, I have probably around 400-ish hours, I'd imagine. I don't know because a lot of it's on 360. But if I had to guess, like I don't know my New Vegas hours. I wish I did because I played a shit ton of it, like majority of it on 360. All the Need for Speed games combined, I probably have like a dumb amount of hours. Like a stupid amount. Like just on Most Wanted, I probably have like 400, 300, 400 hours just on Most Wanted alone. And I had all the DS and Game Boy versions of the Need for Speed games. Yeah. We like the game so much that like Need for Speed Carbon, I had Need for Speed Carbon on Game Boy, DS, PSP, Wii, PC, PS2, and 360. And I like fully played through it on all versions. I don't know why. We were like crackheads for Need for Speed, and we like every version had like little differences in it, and we went way too hard on playing Need for Speed. And for Most Wanted, it was the same. We had Most Wanted didn't exist on the Wii though, so we didn't have the Wii version. The Wii version of Need for Speed Carbon is actually fun as fuck though, because you could use the Wiimote to like steer the car. I'm down. I just I lose 12 hours of my day to work, so I don't play anything much. Yeah, fair enough. Wait, you're working today? When do you not work? When can I hit you up? Send me your work schedule. All right. I'm gonna do your tax forms. Sunday to Wednesday, 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Holy fuck, they got you up at 6 a.m., huh? Fuck that noise. So wait, so you have you start work at 6, so you have to wake up at like 5, right? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Miss me with that shit. Wait, so you're working today, huh? Oh no, it's Sunday, you said. Sunday to... So you weren't working today. I wake up at 4:40 and shower to get ready to leave. Holy fuck. The only time I'm awake at 4:40 is if I'm up from the last night. Like, holy shit. Like, I've never woken up at 4 o'clock. I think the earliest I've ever woken up is like 5 by accident. And I can't go back to sleep. I've never woke up at 4. Hell no. Whenever I wake up that early, I feel like absolute shit by like 1 p.m. I feel so bad by 1 p.m. whenever I'm waking up at like 6 a.m. I feel so bad by like noon. I don't know why. But if I wake up at like 11 a.m., I feel like so good for the whole day, and then I'll usually stay up later than I should. I don't know why. That was a regular thing you did for 2 years. Yeah. I feel like you'd probably get used to it. But like if you're not used to it, that shit will fuck you up. That will fuck you up. Yeah, I used to wake up at 6 a.m. every day for school. School started at like 7:45 for some fucking reason. So I'd wake up at 6 and I'd walk to school every day. And, you know, gotta get a few matches of Call of Duty in before you go to class. Last year I was working my days off at a different job, worked 7 days a week for like 2 months. Money was hitting. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I would hope so. Working 7 days a week. Jesus. I had a job once where I was like, I would be called in to work. And God, that was awful. Cause you'd wake up and you'd be like, oh yeah, just gonna, you know, have some morning coffee and shit. And then boss would call you, be like, yo, you gotta come in. All right. That shit sucks because you're not expecting, like, you don't know whether or not you need to be working that day or not. That shit sucks ass. Not too fun time. But you still have to be like ready to go, even like, so you don't really get like a day off because you still have to be like ready to go no matter what. So you still gotta wake up at the same time. You gotta get up no matter what. That shit sucks. Paid well though, so yeah, that was good. No, not master. I don't even know if we're gonna finish this stream because I'm not doing this all night. We're it's already 5 p.m. Yeah, hell no, I'm not doing this all night. What are we at for indulgence? 45. I don't recommend working in fact. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's not a job you'd want. It's a job you'd take because you have to, right? It's a necessity, not a. Only people go looking for a job at a factory. Pay was bad too. Jesus. Yeah, I know where I live. If you go to like work at like a mill or whatever, like you get those jobs not a lot of people want, so they get paid very well for doing that work. But working in a factory and not getting paid well, that's a double whammy of shit. I don't know if I would put up with. I'd go crazy with that shit mentally. $600 per month and the rent utilities are $450. Holy fuck. What's your food bill cost per month? How do you survive on that? I imagine you have like no money to do anything other than work. It's not all right. That's so fucking sad, man. Actually, like that's just like you make enough money to like be able to go to work. That's fucking awful. I imagine the food costs a lot less than what I'm expecting from like where I live. Because in Canada, right, you go to McDonald's and you order a Big Mac, it's $15. I'm not, it's 15 bucks. Minimum. One person. Yeah, but that's in Canadian, right? So in US it's like what, $8? I don't know. But yeah, Big Mac's like 15 bucks. $11 USD. Yeah, something like that. It's wild. Yeah. I might be wrong actually. I don't know. It might be a little cheaper than that. It might be like 13 bucks or something. I don't know. With tax and stuff, I think it's. I always assume I'm spending $15 when I go into even a fast food place though, or just myself. Usually it's like 20 or something or more, like depending on what you get. I approve the Skyrim background. Yeah, it's pretty good. Different from like the Nintendo stuff we're normally rocking, so. Skyrim ambient music's definitely A-okay in my books. Doesn't do Oblivion stuff earlier too, that's good. Morrowind stuff's good. All the Elder Scrolls music is solid. Gives you nostalgia. Oh, yo, Frosty, you know what we should do? We should do Skyrim together. They updated it. Yeah, that'd be sick, huh? I haven't played Skyrim in a while. I've been like wanting to do a playthrough recently. Yeah, they updated the mod. I saw there was it's on like the Nexus now, like you can install it via like Nexus. Although you still need to like there's some jank with running your own server that we'd have to figure out, but other than that, like you can do peer-to-peer, I'm pretty sure for it. But I wish it's like you know, it's a completely free thing that like some like college people like guys are working on, but So I don't expect them to do anything like this, but it'd be cool if like Nexus stepped up and like offered like like if you had a Nexus Premium or whatever, like they would like offer like Nexus should have like servers that people can buy for that, to be honest. Like they'd probably make some good money doing that if you could spend like $2 a month or something on like a Skyrim server. Because you have to go through like third-party server hosts or do like what's that one thing called, like Hamachi or some shit. Ooh, 52k. Yo, what's this other class? Am I hitting 50k? Lower to order. Damn. I saw it looks 100 times better from when we tried it. Yeah, it looks so much better. Yeah, I was watching a bit of gameplay of it, and I watched like the install guide for it just to like see how complicated it was. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks really playable. They're doing it for Fallout 4 too, eh? That'd be pretty fun. They're making a version of it for Fallout 4. I wonder how VATS is gonna work for that. That'd be interesting. I can port forward on my router. Oh yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, I know. I bought a like pretty nice router too. I could probably do it on mine as well. I got like a Wi-Fi fucking whatever the latest Wi-Fi protocol is to work with the Oculus. The Oculus fucking streaming shit they do, the local like Wi-Fi streaming they do is so sick. I can't wait for the next Oculus to come out. Imagine it's gonna be even better. That tech works so well. I kind of wish someone that wasn't Facebook would make a VR headset that does what the Oculus does. I really wish someone would, because I hate using all the Oculus software and the Facebook junk. But the tech they have behind that shit is solid. I heard they canned the Fallout 4 version, but they may restart it now that Skyrim is out. From when I read like a few days ago when they posted it up on Nexus, like it said on the thing that they were like on the updated thing, they said that they were working on the Fallout 4 one next. Like they were teasing the Fallout 4 one. So I think they plan on doing it still. It'd be fun. It'd be funny. They should just like yoink the code from Fallout 76 or whatever they do for that. I love that. I love the people that mod the Bethesda games, man. They're so it's such a cool community. Like those guys are like, they're like, fuck it, dude. Like, yeah, we want to play co-op Skyrim. We're gonna make a mod for it. They just, I don't know. Bethesda games would be like absolute, like I mean, they still be good games, but that community adds so much to those games. Like Bethesda owes so much to those people. Like, that's the reason I bought a P. Like, I wanted to get a PC in the first place was to like mod New Vegas. So I saw the cool ass mods that they had. So I bought a PC, and the first game I ever bought on my Steam account was New Vegas, so I could mod it. I went out of my way to do that. Well, beyond other things, like, also just want to get a PC because I didn't want to be playing on console anymore for like every game, but yeah. They've sold so many copies of those Bethesda games, the modders that make mods. I imagine the person that made CBBE, like, they should be getting a check from Bethesda every month. Let's be honest. Like, they should honestly be because you see on YouTube all those fucking clickbait thumbnails with like Skyrim like titties all over the place. You know for a fact that clickbait thumbnails that are built on the backs of the CBBE body mod, those that shit made Bethesda so much money, like absolute boatloads of cash. That person that made those mods should be getting a check from Bethesda every month. Like they should be they should get royalty. Whoever made those mods, man. MXR mods moments, yeah. Didn't MXR's channel get hacked the other day? Or not, like a month or two ago? There's like crypto scams or some shit on his channel. Hopefully he got it back. I think MXR's channel is like fully demonetized too. That sucks ass. Homie can't even upload some like big titty mods on YouTube anymore. What a time. I did put my volume to 100 to hear you. Damn. No shot. Really? Is my shit actually quiet? I got my shit cranked. On OBS, it says I'm going into the red if I talk loud. Like if I talk like this, it's red. If I talk like this, it's in the orange. And if I talk like this, I can't even get it in the green. It's like staying in the orange. Is it actually that quiet? Volume was fine before. I didn't change anything. I mean, I went to my thing to check if it was turned up. It was. Yeah, I have a microphone that's like hard to this microphone is like notoriously hard to run, but I have it through a boost. I have a XLR. I have it through a thing that boosts the audio from it. It's not a cloud lifter, but it's like something like a cloud lifter. The cloud lifter doesn't cost $200 when they were out of, because I couldn't get one when I got this mic because they're out of stock because of COVID or whatever. And like people were scalping them. Imagine scalping audio equipment. Like, what kind of degenerate are you? I went on Amazon and tried to get a cloud lifter. The only versions of them were like $250, $300, and they were like being resold by like individual sellers and not the actual like company. Something got louder. Oh, should I turn it down? This better? Sorry. Oh yeah, it was too loud before. Okay, I can see. Little bit. Like that. Like that. Whoop. Okay. All making noises just to the audio bar. Sure, I'm not peeking. Better now. Okay, perfect. Alright, good. Good, yeah. Yeah, I like this mic. But it's a bitch to run it. And it doesn't sound that much better. I just like knowing that I have like the best mic, you know? Like there's nowhere to go. Like I can't go up any higher. Well, you can with microphones, but it's that once you're at like a certain level, it's you're really just picking a microphone based on like the what do they say with the microphone reviews? Like they talk about like the warmth of the audio or like the heat, or I don't know what the fuck they use for phrasing, with some dumb shit about like this is the signal from this microphone is making a very translucent sound or some bullshit. Like they just make shit up for how the audio sounds. It's a very like crisp sound from this. It's like I want to get a proper mic myself, as currently I'm running a cheap $20 one from Amazon. Honestly, just get a AT 2020. Audio Technica 2020. Put it on like a an arm, and you're good to go. Good to go. That's all you need. Maybe I got pop filter for it too. That'd be like $300 Canadian. 250 to some 200 something US. You'll probably get complimented on your mic for most games you play. People these days actually have like crazy audio equipment for people to just like talk to like their friends on Discord. It's actually kind of nice. Like it seems like everyone now is like people that don't even stream, like they or like make videos, like they got like banging ass audio equipment. Like ever go on like a full like those like Reddit things where the people show off like their their setups, right? They have like fucking the full-fledged GoXLR, like the one with all like the sound effect doodads and shit that costs like $500. They got triple monitors. Fucking for some reason they'll have a like camera with like a ring light, like a webcam with a ring light. They'll have like an arm with like a 500, like the same like fucking $400 microphone that I have. They'll have like a like just crazy shit. They'll have 2 PCs for some reason, and like someone in the comments on the Reddit post would be like, "Hey, you stream? Like cool streamer setup?" Nah, I don't stream. It's like what? They got like a fucking like NASA fucking launch system for their setup, and the like they just like hang out with their friends on Discord. XQC moment. XQC setup has never been crazy. I think it got a lot better recently, but XQC is just like a normal webcam, and like and his PC's always just been like whatever, and like I like that he like doesn't go like crazy with that shit. Like you don't need a crazy setup to stream. You do not. Like I'm pretty sure XQC still single PC streams, doesn't he? Like he doesn't even have a dual PC setup or anything. Like most, like 90% of like this, like any streamer like that's even remotely close to his size does. Like he just has like a very like bare bones setup. I'm running a 1660 and an i7. Hey, you could stream on that. Like if you're playing like Valorant or something, you could stream that. You probably couldn't do Apex with that, but yeah, I need a crazy setup to stream. Just a NVIDIA GPU and you're good, and a microphone. You're good for like most games. Will Pokimane ever play AQW? What are you asking in the chat? Will Pokimane play AQW? I don't think so, man. I'm gonna call it here. My money would be on no for that answer. I actually think you're more likely to get PewDiePie to play AQW than Pokimane. AT 2020 noted. Yeah. AT 2020 is like the meta for microphones, in my opinion. A lot of people go with the blue Yeti. I had a Yeti, and I wish I got a 2020 instead. Like I had a Yeti, and I did not. The 2020 sounds better, and it's like the same price or cheaper. I think the Yeti's like an actual scam these days. I was in Best Buy the other day, and I saw they had like a Yeti Pro. It was like a Yeti, but somehow they made it bigger. I don't how. That microphone is gigantic. Things like like having a goddamn, I don't even know, but it's so big. And it weighs like 2 tons too. Those fucking Yetis, like you could, if you hit someone in the head with a Yeti, they would you'd be up on murder charges. Goddamn brick of a thing. I had a Yeti too. I had that on my table. Mike is huge. Yeah, so I actually like the snowball more than the Yeti. I gave the snowball to my brother. It's great. It's like tiny. Sounds good. I mean, it doesn't sound the greatest, but you know, sounds all right. Razer Kraken headphone microphone. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know about Razer these days, but I know the Razer headset mics back in like a couple years ago, they were terrible. Like most headset microphones are god awful. I think they're better now. They're probably better now, right? Like, there's no way they're still hucking that same garbage that they used to. Have you guys ever looked up how to make a microphone? Like, it's actually dead simple. Like, you can make your own homemade microphone. Like, you have the capabilities to make your own microphone. You don't need to know anything. It's not anything like technical or special about a microphone. I mean, it might not sound good, but you know, you could make a thing that would record your audio. They're not that complicated. I kind of thought they were, but they're really not. Oh, you got a DOA snowball. Yeah, snowball was the first mic I bought, like after using like a headset mic. Like I bought a snowball, then I bought a Yeti, and I bought a. Where did I go from the Yeti? 2035 from the. Was it 2035 from the Yeti? I think I tried to do like a pod mic or something. And then a 2035, and now the SM7B. And I don't think I'll ever go off of this microphone. I'll keep using this microphone until it stops working, and probably get another one after it stops working. I have the 2035 still. Keep that as a backup. Backup mic. Homie, what are you typing in my chat, huh? You good, Jessica? Skyrim music hits different. It does. It does. Gives me memories of my dumbass doing the repeatable quest for the Thieves Guild, thinking that something's gonna happen eventually. Do you guys ever get stuck in one of those Bethesda game loops where you're doing a repeatable quest, but the game does not tell you it's a repeatable quest? You keep coming back to the NPC to do the next quest, and it keeps giving you a quest to go somewhere and do something, and you get like 5 deep, and you're like, wait, what's going on here? Is there progression? Is something going to happen? Why? Like, I keep going to these random houses and stealing shit for these thief guys, but is anything gonna happen here? I really hope in like Starfield or whatever, like if something's like a repeatable quest, they tell you. Like there should be like a different like type of quest in your quest log or something. Like it should have its own like symbol or something next to it, so it lets you know that it's not like not a story thing and not a side quest. It should be very clear about that, because I feel like I would just go and be like, all right, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing that. I got by that for sure. I'm getting sadder after each Starfield reveal. Looks like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is so dog shit. People comparing it to No Man's Sky, I don't feel like they haven't played No Man. Have you played No Man's Sky? I'm not saying like what you're saying is dog shit, because like I get the comparison, but at the same time, if you actually ever played No Man's Sky, Starfield is going to be absolutely nothing like No Man's Sky. It's not even going to be close. No Man's Sky is not better nowadays. When people say that, it's... No. No Man's Sky is terrible. I played it after they patched it all up. Me and Frosty played it. There was nothing to fucking do in that game. It was like you mine the rocks, and then what do you do with the rocks you mine? You build a little base, and then you gotta like upgrade your spaceship. To what? To build another little base? Like, the fuck do you do in that game? There's nothing to do. There's no quests. There's no anything to do in the game. Like, it's just like, wait, you build shit to build shit to build shit. It's like Minecraft, but worse. Like a terrible version of Minecraft. It's like Minecraft with an awful version of Minecraft with a spaceship. That game is so bad. Yeah, it's very similar to when it came out. Like, there's just like more stuff to build. Like, it's adding more stuff. Like, why are you building this stuff? Like, if a game lets you build, like, that's cool, right? But there needs to be a reason why you're building it. Like, why am I building this? It doesn't have the why. It doesn't have the like I think that game could be really good if there was a reason behind why you're doing it. Like, I'm not the type of person that can like go into a game and just like do something because it's like you're just doing it because it's fun to aim a laser at the ground to pick up resources and turn those resources into a building, and that, yeah. The Fallout 4 settlement system. Some of the building you do in the Fallout 4 settlement system is for a reason though, right? Like, you're building like this water thing for the caps you can get from selling the water, or you're building this shop for the items that you can, for the ammo you can buy from the vendor that the shop will give you in your settlement, or because you need that ammo to go do a quest, you know? Like, there's an actual reason why you're placing the things in the settlement in Fallout. Like, there's a reason behind it, right? Or you're building a bed so you can sleep for the XP bonus, or like so you can level up so your character is stronger, so you can do this like later game quests. Like, there's a reason behind why you're building the items in the settlement. Usually, I mean, you can't just build for fun, right? But I never had a reason to do any of it. No Man's Sky. Is Master Moglin's $80 or $150? When it's not on sale, I think it's always on sale now, but you cannot get Master Moglins because it's the Zorback Moglin went out of stock. You need to buy 12 Moglins, and there's only 11 available for sale. You can buy a pack when they are all available for $80 plus shipping and tax and all that, so it's about 100. I wasn't really impressed when I saw the Starfield settlement system. You guys see that? It didn't look that good. I like that they added the camera, so you could like, because the one thing about Fallout 4 settlements that sucked ass is being in first person, like being locked into first person for building in your settlement. That stuff was terrible. Like have you like look up and like jump and like trying to place like wires and shit on stuff. Oh my god, that was so annoying doing that. And I kind of enjoyed the settlement system in Fallout 4. Like, when it first came out, it was like, this kind of sucks. Like, I wish it was more it's just normal towns and stuff. And that's kind of the one thing that sucks about Fallout 4 settlements, is the fact that they removed the towns, like potential like towns that could have like NPCs and like quests and stuff in them, like actual like actual like places you could go to do like content. They removed that and just put a place for you to build shit instead. Like, really lazy. It's one of the things that sucks about the settlement system. But in Starfield, it looks like it's not going to be replacing like actual towns, which is good. It's just going to be like in a random like barren place on a planet they're going to be building. But at the same time, it looked kind of like yeah, it did not look that interesting to be building. Maybe it will be when we actually play it. Maybe there's a good reason you want to like build shit to upgrade your ship or something. Maybe upgrading your ship's actually really good, but I don't know. I don't know. One thing I hope Starfield has is like space pirate shit where you're like you can hijack other ships and like take them. There's a game called Sid Meier's Pirates, right? I talk about this on stream way too much, but it's a great game and you should play it if you haven't played it. But in that game, like you could like there was a main story in the game you could do, or you could just go around like just looting ships, right? There'd be other ships sailing around, like a Spanish trade galleon that was like going from this port to another port. And like every ship in that game had like schedules they were on and stuff. It was like crazy in depth. You actually like looked into it, but yeah, you could just roll up and like just hijack this ship that was like carrying a bunch of like goods. And like at certain times like there'd be a person that was be like a new governor was being sent to a place, and you could go and like hijack that governor for ransom. Like if you got like the information from like a spy or something, and you could get that information, and then a high value target would be being transferred from one place to another, and you could go and like intercept that transfer, like hijack the person and sell them to the and then like ransom them off. Like you could do shit like that in the game. I hope there's some of that stuff like that in Starfield, or like you could like be like a space pirate if you want to be, because they talked about that a bit. Like there's apparently a pirate faction in the game, so I hope they actually let you do some like actual like pirate activity. Yarr. What's my favorite place to make a settlement vault for? The one island is good. I always end up building next the Hangman's Alley next to the baseball stadium, whatever how that place is called. I'm terrible at remembering names. Or the island, or Red Rocket, or Sanctuary. I feel like they made Sanctuary and like Red Rocket like two really good settlement places because they're like the two first places you start off. Spectacle Island? Yeah, maybe that might be the name of it. I think there's only one island you can build on in the game, right? That one island that also has the bobblehead on it. Wait, do I need Void or Master? What am I swapping to? Void. I hate how sometimes the keybinds in this game don't work. There's gonna be so much there's gonna be so much nice things about a new game engine for this game that's gonna be so good. Yeah, that's the island. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk, clear my mind. What are you talking about? We're talking about Starfield and settlement building, and the fact that No Man's Sky is a terrible game that isn't going to be nothing like Starfield. I actually facepalm every time I see someone say Starfield and No Man's Sky are gonna be anything alike. Like, how is the Bethesda game gonna be anything like fucking No Man's Sky? I don't like. I feel like people that say that have not played a Bethesda game and have not played No Man's Sky. Like they have not played either of them. They're like, hey, that looks like No Man's Sky. That looks a lot like No Man's Sky. I've never played a video game before. You know what sucks about Starfield though? You're not gonna be able to do in-orbit flight, which is the coolest place to fly. And you're not gonna be able to do that because the game engine would actually just like die if you think about that in the Bethesda game. Like think about like the Fallout 4 Vertibird. Imagine if you were flying that shit around. Imagine if you could manually control that. And like the LOD would be breaking. The fucking like all the enemies shooting at you from the ground would be like fucking like yeah. There'd be no fucking way that would work. There's absolutely zero way they could ever get that to function. They need like a different realm for you to be able to fly in. So you're gonna go up to your ship and be like take off, like sit in the seat of the ship and have to click like take off, and then it's gonna take off for you, and then you'll be out of orbit. So that's gonna be. I feel like for a space game, you kind of want like in orbit flight, because that's like the cool place to fly, like, you know, where you can actually like see shit. But there's no chance that would actually work on that game engine. And I love the Bethesda game engine. I'm not a guy that's like they should be making the game on Unreal. Like, no, they shouldn't, because you cannot mod Unreal, and if you can't mod a Bethesda game, that's gonna be awful. Because then Bethesda will actually have to patch it, and then we'll never get another Bethesda game because they'll just spend all their time patching. They'll spend years and years of dev time just patching the game they released. The game engine Bethesda makes games on, they need to keep making games on. They just need to keep upgrading that engine. It's a great engine. It's very moddable. It's a fun engine to play games in too. Like, it's just a fun engine to fuck around with. Like, being able to, like, especially the throw they added in Fallout 4. Like, there's no other game you can play where you can like just pick up an item off a table and throw it out of the NPC's head. Like, there's a button in Fallout 4 that lets you like fling the object at things, and that's so fun. Like, you can pick up like the propane tanks in Fallout 4 and like throw them at the walls and shit, and they'll blow up. It's so much fun to just fuck around in that engine. Such a good engine. I hate the slander that people have against that engine. Like, I understood it a lot more for like Skyrim, New Vegas era, because it would crash a lot, and that's very annoying, and that's very understandable. But when it wasn't crashing, like, it's a fun as fuck engine to play around with. Some game engines just aren't that fun. Like, they're not that great. They're just kind of lame. Yeah, it's similar to Source Engine a lot. Yeah. Source Engine's very moddable. Source Engine's like a lot of freedom. Source Engine might be better than the Bethesda engine, let's be honest, but especially the the new Source Engine. Why do more people not make games on Source? I wonder why. It's actually a great engine. Like, a while back, I was playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and that's a RPG game that runs on the Source game engine. It's actually so good. Like, I was like hopping around in a fucking in a RPG. It was so fun. It had like cool physics and stuff. Like, it was actually a lot of fucking fun. Like, I don't know why they don't why more games aren't made on the Source engine. I think it'd be cool if Bethesda licensed out their engines to small developers as well. Imagine that. Imagine all the cool games that could be made with the, like, imagine all the like New Vegas style shit that could be done. Because New Vegas was just basically like a mod for like Fallout 3. So imagine like if developers were like legally allowed to like sell their games that were made with the Bethesda game engine. There'd be so many good games that were like easily moddable and shit. Oh my god. Like, imagine if someone like made like a Stardew Valley in like the like Fallout 4 game engine. Like, it's made like a farming simulator, like where you're like in a little town, and it's like a wholesome like farming game. Like, people can make so much cool shit with that engine if they license it out. Gluttony again. Alex was sick. Yeah, Alex was really good. That engine works so well for that game. People 100% trying to remake New Vegas. I mean, you couldn't remake New Vegas though, because all the like voice acting stuff is Bethesda property, right? Like, you could go and like redo all the assets and shit, but the voice acting makes that game. Like, the voice acting is so good in that game. They got some like banger ass talent for that game. The only people that could remake it is Obsidian, because you would need to have the rights to it. When I say the rights to the game engine, I just mean the game engine. Like, you'd have to make all your own assets. You have to make all your own shit for it. A Fallout New Vegas remake would already exist if Bethesda allowed people to use the assets from New Vegas. It would already exist. It would be finished. Yeah, you would already be able to play New Vegas on Fallout 4 engine if Bethesda allowed it. The only reason it isn't done is because it can't be done. There's a very, very good mod for for Fallout 4 that lets you go to like the recreate the whole strip and everything in the Fallout 4 game engine, and it looks really good, like visually. And they would have remade the whole game if they were able to use the files from New Vegas. It would have been done a long ass time ago. Because a lot of it would just be ported. Like, people would just port it, they would update, and then after it was ported, people would have made retextures for everything, and then it would just got ported and retextured, and it would have been running on the Fallout 4 game engine a long ass time ago. You'd have a massive team working on it. Like, if I guarantee you today, if Bethesda said, hey, you can use all the Fallout New Vegas files and do whatever you want with them, a massive team would just pop up out of nowhere, like hundreds of people, and they would be like, oh yeah, we're scripting the quests, we're adding the dialogue, like there's a lot of people in the Nexus that are really good at making quest mods, and they would just like, it would be like Avengers assemble, and they would start working, like they would they would just like, they would be going. The reason that there isn't a remake is because there can't be one. It just can't exist. Anyway, I'm very passionate about that. Why do you get me going on this? Is Mass Effect Andromeda really that bad? I haven't played it. My brother likes all the Mass Effect games. He played a shit ton of all of them. I haven't touched them. He likes Andromeda a lot. Black Mesa. Yeah, Valve is really good with that, right? Valve's like, hey, you want to remake Half-Life 1? Sure. Oh, you want to sell it on our store as well? Go ahead. Valve is so cool with that shit, man. Like, they're like, yeah, fuck it, man. Whatever. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you want to remake that game that we made like 10, 15, 20 years ago? Yeah, go for it, man. Yeah, of course you can sell it. Like, that's like some Giga Chad shit right there from Valve, letting the Black Mesa guys do that. So actual, like, crazy stuff. Like, you never see anyone else do that. Imagine if Nintendo did that. It's like the exact opposite of what Nintendo does. A fan makes it like a fan-made like Pokemon game or some shit. Nintendo's like, hell no, you're going to jail, dog. Valve's like, yeah, you can sell it on our store. Sure. Sure. Yeah, the world if Nintendo did that, yeah. Yeah, if Nintendo did that, we'd have like Zelda on PC, like we'd have like crazy shit. The thing about a lot of the game stuff, like modding and stuff, is there's a lot of people that are super passionate about it, but there's like legality that just like blocks them, like hard. Like there's just hard stun locked by legality. Just really sucks. Because they know that it, like, a lot of projects just don't get made because they know if they started doing them, and that they would get DMCA'd and then they'd have to stop, or they'd be like going to court. Nobody wants to go to court, right? There'd be so many cool projects if the laws weren't stopping it. And if people could make money from doing that too, like, it'd be crazy. I'm about burnt out on this farm, if I'm being honest, for today. We'll probably finish it up on the next stream. It's already getting kind of late too. We'll do the last 75 farm for this. Yeah, doing this farm sucks. Like, cause it doesn't overstack. Stacking to 3 is terrible. Like 3 turn-ins per stack is actually just an awful experience. If this like overstacked, this farm would be great. Like this farm would be like, I'd be done this farm already if it overstacked. Like, especially when I'm talking about stuff on stream, like I don't notice that I'm like at the cap, and like I waste so much time and the running around and a lot of bullshit that shouldn't be there. I really wish Nintendo was like Valve. I wish every company was like Valve, to be honest. I think Valve's like actually like the pin, like that's what you aspire to be, is like a gaming company. I think Valve is like it. I think Valve is it. You know what I also think? I think Epic Games gets too much shit. I think they get too much shit. Although I'm biased. I've been paid by them before in the past. I've been paying money through their creator program, but I still think they get too much shit for what they're doing with the industry. And I think they took the feedback too with the exclusive stuff. I don't see them doing that often anymore. I think they make Unreal Engine, like the game engine that the next fucking Witcher game is going to be on will be Unreal Engine. Like they're actually like the best games out there run on their fucking game engine. Like I think Epic's like really good. I think as long as Tim Sweeney is running Epic, it's going to be very good. I think the day that he moves on or you know isn't around anymore is going to be the day like that they could possibly turn into like not great, not like it could go bad for them. But I think like they're like, oh, like they've been around forever, Epic, and they've been successful forever, and they want what's best for the industry if you really look at what they're doing. but hey, they bought a few exclusives for their store that they're trying to get people to use, so bad guys. When Steam had a major monopoly on PC gaming storefronts for literally decades, like the only way you're going to be able to penetrate that market is and they literally have, they've in a small way succeeded in doing what they wanted to do, and they got heavily criticized for trying to do it. Like there is actually 2 storefronts now on PC. There's the Epic Game Store and Steam. There is actually 2 now. There was 1 like 5 years ago. Now there's 2 because of what they did. There's actually competition now. They run their sales at the same time. Like they're actually competing now. They have the same games released at the same time on both stores. A lot of the times the Epic Game Store will have it cheaper than Steam. If you look at AAA games that are coming out, a lot of times the Epic Game Store has the $10 coupon or some shit you can use on a brand new game that isn't even out yet. Like they're actually competing. And there wasn't competition on Steam on PC before. It was third-party resellers that were selling keys for Steam, and there was Steam, and that was it before. You either buy a key off a shady website, or you buy it from Steam, and that was it. Yeah, I've never had any issues with Epic. I mean, their client still isn't the best. Like, I'm not saying like it's amazing or anything, but it's good to have competition, and I do think Epic just wants what's. I don't think they're an evil like corporation like some people like. I mean, they're a business that wants money, right? Like, of course, but I don't think they're like I don't think they're as bad as EA or Tencent or anything like that. They're kind of like the American Tencent, but I don't know. They're not that bad. And kind of, you know, not really, but all right, we got the 63. We'll do the rest of that shit. We'll finish that up. Put a little cap on that next stream. I might do another stream this week where I stream some AQ for a bit. That isn't on the Friday stream, but yeah, kind of over this for today. We've been at it for hours, 3-4 hours. Giving up free games and a lot of discounts is always good. Yeah. Like I was looking to buy what was it, Insurgency the other day, right? It was on sale on Steam, and the Epic Game Store was also having a sale for Insurgency, Sandstorm, and it was like it was like $15 cheaper on the Epic Game Store, and they were both on sale. It was like stupid cheaper on the Epic Game Store for the same game that runs on the same servers, same developer. And you're not buying a third-party key. You're buying it from the developer on a official storefront. And from what I hear, I think Epic has like a better deal with devs too, right? Like I think they get a better cut. Might be why the games are cheaper on there. Might be wrong about that. Cannot recall, but I think that's the case. Yeah, them giving up free games is definitely not a bad thing either. I'll pull my library and show the games I've got, because I've got every free game that they've released. So I'll show you all the free games that Epic is giving out. I bought like 2 or 3 games on the Epic Game Store. How do you sort your library on Epic? Oh, there we go. Oh, why are there pages? Can I have more? All. Oh, it's lagging. Oh. So these are all free. I bought Borderlands 3 on here. I bought Cyberpunk on here, and I bought Sandstorm on here. So 3 games I bought. Everything else you see has been completely free. There's some games on here I need to play. Oh, I bought this too. But I got that on sale for like, I think I spent like $10 Canadian on that. Jesus Christ. Stop. There you go. Those are all free. I think I missed a few too. Yeah, they're not only free games, but they're good games. Yeah, there's so many games in here that are great. Like almost all these games are good games, to be honest. Like a lot, like some of them are like small indie ones that like you wouldn't play for very long, but I think they're all pretty good games. Like I don't think any of these are like that bad. It's not like they're not like giving you like stinkers, you know? Trying to see like a bad game. I guess Ghostbuster games might be bad. I actually think this might be the good, like one of the only. I think this actually might be a good licensed Ghostbusters game. Godfall's not great, that's for sure, but Trying to see if it's actually like a bad. Just Cause 4 is not a great game, but for free, you know, it might be fun to play around for a little bit. I did not enjoy Rage 2. But for free? Yeah, so many good games. Anyway, enough simping for a corporation. GTA free. I think GTA 5 was only free once. Yeah, GTA 5 was free. Epic Games gave out GTA 5. That's not. They did. They've given out like some crazy ass games. It's usually their when you really want to pay attention for like banger games is I think Christmas. I think around Christmas, Epic Games does like this thing where like they do like a week or something. Like they do like and at the end of it they have like a fucking like they have like their like big shit game, like their big dick, like look at this, look what we're giving you, like type shit. If you haven't played Subnautica, by the way, must play. Yeah, I haven't played it. I need to yeah, it's on my list of games to check out. There's like a lot of like water-based games I want to play. Like I want to play like that raft game that looks kind of cool. Subnautica. There's like a few other ones that are like based on the ocean that I want to play. Epic takes 12% of the cut. Valve takes 30. Does Valve? I think Valve changed it though. I think Valve, in Valve's defense, I think they take like a smaller cut up to like $1 million, and over $1 million they take like a bigger cut because there's gonna be more server costs. I think, which is fair to be honest. I think people underestimate server costs. Servers are expensive. It's crazy how Frostfell spread and even Epic Games is celebrating it. Yeah, it's crazy how that AQW event from 2008 spread like that. Christmas didn't exist before 2008 when AQWorlds invented it. Yeah, I think the Valve cut's like tiered now. Anyway, chat. I'm gonna call it there. I think for today. I will be back. Maybe not tomorrow. I don't know about tomorrow, but maybe we'll finish it up tomorrow. Maybe the next day. Maybe the day after that. Maybe the day after that. Who knows? Throw on notifications for the channel. Leave a like on the stream if you liked it. Subscribe, all that, whatever. Subscribe. Anyway, we will eventually get this enhancement unlocked. I feel like I've been trying to get it for way too long at this point. Like I'm already like a week late on making the video for it. So yeah, there's that, but oh well, who cares? I don't think it's time sensitive, to be honest. Most of the people in the AQ community don't even need like video guides anymore. Like most of the people that are still sticking around on this game, they know everything already anyway, and they're all up to date. I'm out of a job. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your weekend, and have a good one. Bye-bye.